It was summer, wasn't it? And Jackie said to me, should we go up there? And, it's nice up there at the top route. And, and I thought, yeah, we'll take the view in. Because I know on a good day, you can see Drodwell Bank to the left. And you can see Blackpool Tower to the right. So that's some scope you've got. And we went up there, didn't we? Yeah. It was lovely. And we just chilled out for an hour or so. The sun was slowly setting. Still very bright. And then we said, right, should we head back? Yep. We hadn't seen anything whilst we were up there, We decided to head back down in Jackie's little car because it wasn't in my truck. So we're going very slow because it's a very bumpy road, as many know, and so you're taking it easy. So we're going about 10 or 15 mile an hour. And it's a good It's a good few miles before you come out, isn't it, to the main road eventually? But we started heading down there, didn't we?
Yeah. And then
we passed a guy in a van, didn't we? And it was a small van, and he had his bonnet up. And it was in the engine or something, and he was just by the side, tucked away, next to the wall, limestone wall. We thought, oh, well, I wonder if he's broken down or something, And then, in sequence, basically, I'm looking ahead, and Jackie's driving, looking forward, and then I caught something come across, probably about 20 foot off the ground, and I'm looking at this, and it's clearly a woman. I can tell because there's a dress. It's grey dress, light grey, tatty, and she was flying. It didn't make any sense. She was flying, and I remember seeing the dress wafted, behind, arms behind her back, not up front, not Superman style, but behind back. Big hair, lots of big hair. Pure white face, and I saw it moved so strangely, not normal. It dive bombed behind the wall, which was probably only this distance away from my fence line, so you're talking probably only 20 foot away, but it dive bombed behind the wall, and the wall was probably about up to this height with me if I was stood next to it, so it's only about maybe 5.5 foot high. But she dive bombed behind it, and I'm kind of expecting, that's a bit of a weird thing, because there was no turn to land. It was just so weird. And I looked as we were driving past, thinking, what is that? And I saw these two hands come up, pure white, and her face come up on top of this limestone wall, and it was watching us going past, and we were going about 10 miles an hour, of course. But she had a pure, not pale, white face, and black eyes, and her mouth was open, which looked black as well, really wide open. And as I'm watching her, she's watching us, like this sort of thing. I thought, that frigging hell.
And that's, you see,
and then I sat back in my chair and I thought,
but when we were driving down, I wasn't looking, because the road was quite bumpy, so I was more focused on, I don't want to hit anything.
Yeah, she's
so I'm kind of like going slow, looking down, and then all of a sudden, my eyes reared to the right, and I thought, and I didn't move my head, just my eyes, and I'm thinking, am I seeing things here? And I thought, no, don't say anything because I don't want him to think I'm an idiot. And, at the same time, I'm thinking, well, do I say something? I thought, no, don't say anything. So anyway, I'm just focused, got past it, and then I'm driving down, and he just blurted out a few hundred yards down the road, he went, did you just see something? And I slammed the brakes on, and I pulled the handbrake on, and I went, you tell me what you saw, because once you tell me, I'll tell you what I saw. And then he described exactly what I'd seen, and to this day, I just can't.
It could have only been about 15, 20 feet away from a guy. It was parked there, and he's under his bonnet in the van. But what's strange for me is the fact that we had to drive about half a mile before we kind of were allowed to even acknowledge or say something. It don't make any sense at all. I know myself, and it's like, you know yourself, and why would you not react? My reaction should be, what the bloody hell is that? Slam the brake on, I'm out the car, I want to know. I'm not scared of these things, and you get kind of used to it, don't you? But then I'm more inquisitive, that would be pursuing. It's like I wasn't. None of us. We weren't allowed to react to the moment
Acknowledge it.
and
Yeah.
acknowledge it properly until about half a mile down the road. It's like we're captured and grabbed. But we've done work in this, and the work that I've done in certain projects and stuff, and we've realised that sometimes the phenomena can cause something referred to as cognitive limitation. And it happens mostly with people in the paranormal field, such as, you've got long-term investigators, been doing it for 15, 16 years, not worried about going into dark places, not surprised by experiencing things. But one day, they're out there and an apparition walks past. And they've got cameras in their hands, they've got doing all sorts of different things. And not one of them takes a picture, not one of them thinks to act as they should do. Everything goes out the window. It's like you're locked and the phenomenon's got you. And it don't release you until it's ready to release you. And it happens, and I started looking into the UFO stuff, and you think, hang on a second, this has happened in the UFO field, where people have witnessed these things, caught them by surprise, and they've not acted as they should have done. And afterwards, they're kind of going, but why didn't we do this?
Yeah.
Or why didn't we do that? So I think on some occasions, I think it does, the whole thing just grabs you, in a sense, and doesn't release you to a certain time. And we were about half a mile down the road before we were I even turned to Jackie and said, did you just see something? And that was when we realised that we both had seen the same thing. But a banshee on Winter Hill, I'm not even Irish, so that we came back, and the first thing I did is I punched the word banshee into the computer in Google, and I select images, and boom, these images come up, these women, tatty clothes, big hair, white faces, black eyes, mouth. And I said, what the hell? That's what we've just seen. Doesn't make any sense. So, of course, I talked to my friend Barry, Barry Fitzgerald in Ireland, and said, well, explain what you saw. So he did. And he said, well, that's a banshee. I said, but why on Winter Hill? Why us?
Yeah.
Why there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Literally, spitting distance from the large antenna, Winter Hill antenna.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense, and I've not heard of banshee experiences up there. Though I've been investigating up there for a long time, and you've done some investigations up there, but I never found really any explanation for it. Just one of those odd things that came just out of the blue, that caught us off guard. But it's a very strange and profound incident, but I remember it very vaguely in details. At first it was vague, and I thought, what was that? I was kind of puzzled because my brain was trying to accept the fact that I've just seen something where I don't know what bracket to put it in.
Yeah.
But afterwards it was like, yeah, that's a banshee. Yeah. No explanation. Well, she didn't make any noise, of course, because people say, did she scream? And they said, no.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Actually,
no sound at all. And we left the scene, because we left her there, and looking over the wall at us. And there was only a guy 20 foot away. I don't know if she was there because of him. I just really don't know, but it was so weird. And like I say, I had to look around, and I couldn't really come across much about banshees up there. And I thought to myself, well, why would you? Is it more interpersonal relationships with this phenomena? Because it tends to, if you read mythology and folklore, it tends to be connected to, I think, 4 family names, but not always, because sometimes it's other people witness these things. But definitely a connection through Irish folklore and legends and myths. And I think, well, it doesn't fit with me. Why did I see it? Why did Jackie see it? It's a mystery. I've no explanation for it at all. No. It's an odd one, though, wasn't it?
To be quite honest, that's the first and only time I've ever seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah, it's so strange.
Never ever seen anything.
But it's burnt into my mind now.
Yeah. So, your thoughts, Jackie, when you actually saw it, what were you thinking at the time?
My thoughts were, am I really seeing it? Don't say anything to Steve because he's going to think I've lost the plot. and I'm just sat there and I'm like, okay. But my eyes were really drawn to it. That's the weird thing. I just couldn't take my eyes off it. And then as I got past it, I just dismissed it. And it's like Steve says, when we get so far down the road, that's when he said, did you just see something? And that was...
I should have said that at the time.
Yeah.
Not half a mile down the road. That's what's odd.
And that's the weird thing, because when you just said then about it's like a delayed reaction, it's kind of like that when I saw a ball of light in the house.
Yeah.
And it gave off that wispy lime green colouring to it. And I was focused on that, and my phone was right there on the table, and it's kind of like I couldn't take my eyes off that to get that.
Opportunities
and it's,
missed.
you know what I mean? And it's kind of, obviously there is a purpose behind it.
You know, we've said many times, you know, I mean, if you had to add up the things that we have seen, it's thousands now. But like I say, it's probably 1 or 2% of the time we might even take a photo or video. Only 1 or 2% of the time.
But then sometimes...
Yeah, I mean, we got some great stuff
Yeah.
on video and photos, but, you know, it's only 1 or 2%. And, you know,
but
you
it's
imagine what
like
you're
the
seeing.
phenomena, it doesn't want you to photograph it as well.
Well,
does it?
sometimes, yeah, we've had sightings and things. I mean, we don't have to go far to see these things.
No.
You know,
They come to you.
They come to us, you know, and we're out here and we see them regularly and we film them. If people are here, they see them and I've filmed them. We had quite a good one maybe about 3 months ago. Yeah, and it was a craft that was coming over. It was really slow. And it was just coming over, and it wasn't very high, maybe what, 200 or 300 foot.
Yeah.
It's only pretty low, and it was a craft. This is not a ball of light; it's a craft, and it's kind of diamond shaped, but a bit more pointed at one end than the back end.
Right,
And there were 5 lights on it, and it was red, orange, and red. So it was like red, orange, red, and you know, so it was like going to the V. And it had a hue around it of orange. And it was coming over very slow, no sound whatsoever. And I was like, what the hell? You know, and of course we're looking at this thing. So of course, I get my camera from my phone, and Jackie's got her phone, and we're both stood out here, and we're filming it. But as soon as I put the phone on, I thought, what the hell? I said, I'm looking at it, and then I'm looking at the phone, and they're not the same. They're not the same. I'm seeing a craft, and I'm looking at, and all I'm getting is a ball of orange light. And I thought, and I'm looking at it, and you can hear us on her cell phone, my cell phone, because I'm saying, Jackie, you seen a shape there? And she's saying, well, it's triangle, but it's not. It's diamond shaped, but it's not on the phone. So when she was filming it, and it was happening to her. So one of 2 things must be happening here, Mick, and it simply is that A, they know the phone technology so well that they can adversely affect the phone so the phone does not capture the real aspect of what the visual of it is. Or what we're seeing is a craft, but what it really is there is a ball of light. Is that? That is nothing normal. Are you seeing red and orange there, yeah?
Yep.
Are you seeing any shape to it? I know you can't see it on the camera, but... It's moving very, very slow. Is it triangular?
I don't know.
It looks a bit triangular, doesn't it? You can't see it on the camera.
I can see it on my camera. It looks like it does look like a diamond shape,
It's diamond shaped, yeah.
but not on the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Aye. Why is it? Where's it gone?
Go.
The camera should act as your eye. If you've seen something, it should be the same. But it wasn't. And it was great to see an example of that, because I've heard people say this before, and most of the time when we're filming what we're seeing. But on this occasion, being it was quite a very well structured craft. There was some reason we weren't allowed to record it as we were seeing it. It was a very structured craft, but no way. It was just a ball of orange light. And what happened was it traversed slowly over here,
And blinked
and
out.
then it got small. It just shrunk in
shrunk and
size,
blinked out.
and then pop, gone. And it's just like, what the hell? And we both got it on camera, you know. You know, it's so
My
strange.
son isn't into all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we was out here one night and I saw something up in the sky, and I said to Mike, I went, "Oh, look at that!" And my son likes, you know, planets and moons. He's in, like astrology.
Oh,
type
astronomy,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, astronomer. And so of course he saw this, and I said, "Are you watching it?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "It's not a satellite, that. It's moving a bit too quick." And then all of a sudden, we both saw a flash, and it was gone. And sort of like, so Mike looked at me and I looked at Mike and went, "Okay." We went in. And it's just like, leave it, don't question it, just leave it.
Yeah, we see quite a lot of
Do
different things.
you think you're seeing these because you're aware of it, or do you think there is
There's a
range
definite
you-
connection, yeah, because Jackie's got it, you know, sometimes a bit more than me sometimes.
Yeah.
So between the pair of us, you know, we'll get the insight to go and look. And we don't know why, do we? We just kind of, for some reason, we just go to the window and look, or go out the back door and look.
Yeah.
And you don't know the reason. There's no thought in your head about why did I do that.
Yeah.
But as soon as you step out, you'll see it. You know, it's in the sky, and somehow you manage to be able to pick it out in a sky of
cloud.
clouds and things.
Yeah.
Somehow
Yeah.
you just kind of go zoom. You know what I mean? It's a
just
weird
attracted to
sensation,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You should be hunting the skies, going, where the bloody hell is it? You don't. You just go zoom. There it is. For some strange reason, there's some kind of connection or something.
There
And
definitely is.
most of the things we've seen are usually spherical. Oh no, some aren't though, are they? But we'll come to that. But most of them are spherical, and some of them, because we were filming one here, and we even had people. This is Christmas Day,
Yeah.
of all days, Christmas Day, and it was absolutely bang on 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, bang on 3 o'clock. I looked up at the clock. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were just sitting down for dinner, Christmas dinner, and we had friends over. And I was sat there, and there it was again. It's like, I have to look through the window. There's something in the sky, and it's just hovering here. So of course we all came out, we all filmed it. And when you look at this thing, it's clearly an object of some sort, and it looks kind of spherical, and it's moving around backwards and forwards and a bit like this sort of thing. But every now and again, it's like a tracer of something that comes out from the bottom of it, like a little jet engine goes sort of thing. You can see this stuff, can't you?
Yeah. You see, I couldn't capture that on my phone.
Yeah.
But
Jerry had a better phone,
Jerry
he
had
zoomed
a
in a
better
bit and got
phone,
it. We got it.
And he captured that.
Yeah.
But we were both focused on the actual.
Yeah, the object.
You
But
were-
but we see lots of things like that, and we've had them up in the sky here many times, and we've filmed them many times. But then we've just been travelling. I mean, even when we're travelling, just going down the road. I don't know if we were going to the shops one day.
We were going to the radio station, but I went down there to fill up with fuel.
That's right.
And I saw these objects in the sky.
We were both sat in the car again.
And this was heading into Salford, and the next thing is these were like darting around, and so I pulled the car over and I said to Steve, I said, what are them there? And Steve said, well, yeah, I've just been watching them. And it was really,
There were 4.
there was 4 of them, and they were moving
These
very,
were
very
discs.
quick. This is in the day.
These are silvery discs,
Yeah.
but there were 4 together,
And then
and then they shot out.
split. They actually split.
But went that way, not that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, when you think of flying saucer,
they were that way, then
it
they
went like
flipped.
it flipped and went that way,
And then shot off. So it kind of
Yeah,
flipped.
so 2 went that way, 2 went that way. They were all grouped together originally.
And I
was
thought,
like, we looked at each other, what the bloody hell?
surely we're not the only ones that
Sure,
seen
we're
that.
looking around, nobody's looking.
People don't look
What
at
is
it.
They
going
don't.
on?
But then I've got this tendency now that like Google, see if anybody's reported anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, nothing came up. So you know, it was
So many strange things. We turned the corner of the road one night. It was dark when it was that night.
Oh yeah.
And we're just pulling up outside the house, and something came flying over. Now, whatever it was pitch black.
Yeah.
But it was blacker than the sky,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying. And there were no sound, there were no lights. It was just an object of something, and it just came over, did it right over the house again.
Yeah.
And we saw it. What the hell is that? No idea.
we've seen balls of light in a tree.
Oh, yeah, there's a big
over
tree
the road.
opposite here.
Yeah.
You know, so our bedroom faces the tree, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're drawing
And
the
it was-
curtains one night.
it was a
wasn't it?
ball of light, and it was just manoeuvring in
It's
and out.
going round the tree,
Yeah.
the branches. It's about this big,
Yeah.
going round like this, and it was manoeuvring around the branches as if to avoid them. So we look at this, come looking at it, and then it just went shoo, gone. Why is it in a tree right opposite us?
Yeah.
Literally, what, 30, 40 feet in front of us?
And being
Just at that
aware of the
time.
branches as well.
Yeah, moving around the branches. I thought.
It's weird. I've never
So,
seen out like
so
that.
when you put all these things down, you go, we've got to have something connected here. For these things are just to be so local to us, 40 foot across the road, 16 foot across over there, and you know, it just doesn't make any sense. So we know there's
You think
something.
it's you, you know, 'cause of what
I
you
think it's
do.
us. I think it is me because I experience things as well. But I have for a long time since I was a kid. It started when I was 7. But then when I got with Jackie had also had experiences. So together, I think we've just
Like a
kind
double
of
whammy.
a double whammy maybe. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But
It was.
it's strange.
It was.
And it's not just
like
UFO
about-
stuff, is
Yeah,
it?
about
all
must have been about
sorts of
3 or 4
things.
years ago. I was woken in the early hours. It's like 1:30 in the morning, and I felt the house shaking.
You could
And
see vibration.
He was
Yeah.
asleep.
You know,
He was
moving
asleep,
things.
and I thought, what is that? I looked out the window, nothing there. I thought. So anyway, I woke him up and I said, and he went, "What's that?" And I said,
What is that?
"I don't know." So I got up, I got dressed. He got up, he got dressed.
It must have been
And
early, maybe 2 or 3 in
The
the morning.
house, you could feel the house really vibrating.
You could feel it through you.
But when I
couldn't you?
but when I looked out the window, there was nobody out of their houses or anything, and it was a loud noise. So we came out the back.
Well, I said to you, I said, there's got to be something over the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right over the
Now,
house.
My son was hearing it because he was hanging out the window, but he couldn't see it because it was hovering over next door,
Right.
but a bit
Just here,
further,
just above.
right?
Yeah.
So he came out, and I came out. I followed him out, and we're watching this helicopter.
Well, assume it's a helicopter, but
Yeah.
it's not got lights.
It's got no lights
It's,
on
it's
it.
a shape of a helicopter.
Yeah, no lights on it. Blacked out.
It's a black
windows.
It's a black ops
Yeah,
helicopter.
no markings on it. Nothing.
Right over the house.
And it's just hovering there. And I thought, why the hell is it hovering? And so I ran out the front into the middle of the street, and I was looking up at it, and I'm thinking, why? And it wasn't really a great height.
No, it's low.
And there was nobody, no neighbours peeping through the windows or anything. I'm thinking, why are they not
Why is
here?
nobody can hear
Why
this?
can they not hear
Right, racket.
You
This
could
wasn't.
hear it.
This wasn't where you've got special helicopters which
No.
can whisper mode and stuff.
No.
No, it was make a hell of a racket.
It
This
was
thing.
because my lad.
It was
hit
like we're the only ones hearing this.
Yeah. And then he said, grab my phone. So I went up,
Wow, yeah,
ran
yeah.
upstairs, grabbed his phone.
I have no idea, but he had no lights. It was a black. It looked like a black ops helicopter.
There
to be honest.
was
It sounds
nobody-
ridiculous, really.
Nobody out. And
But
I can't get
I
through
can't
that
understand. Why is the vibration so bad in the house
then. Yeah.
that you can feel it and you can feel the vibrations going through you and everything, the whole house shaking.
It was.
It's like, what the hell was that? It's not just vibration from an aircraft over you. It was something more, but don't make no idea though.
No.
But we've had paranormal
Does it
things.
get
We have all sorts of weird and strange things, paranormal incidents, things hammering at the door. That was a great one. That one.
was,
It was like a bloody bailiff. We were sat there one night, nice, watching. Was we watching telly? Oh no!
No, it was in the office.
We were in the office. My office upstairs, which is right above the front door.
Yeah.
And as you've seen as you're coming in, I've got a little step inside, haven't you? To my front door. So we were in there, and all of a sudden we had this, literally a fist, boom, 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 on the front door.
So you looked out the
So
window straight
immediately,
away.
within a second, I'm stood up and I'm looking. Who the hell's knocking like a bloody bailiff?
The light came on, so that
Yeah,
was
the
an
security light
indicator.
came on. So someone, I thought, okay, someone must have walked up.
So
the
he
back.
said, "Go and answer the door. Like, send me down." Like,
You go
why
and
don't
answer
you?"
the door, because I'm thinking, I can't see anybody. But they must be there, because there's no way they could have got away so fast. So I bet they stood inside just underneath, you know, right up against the door. So Jack's going round to the front door. I'm looking like this. So she goes and answers the front door. There's nobody there.
Nobody.
So it's like
Goes
I'm
out.
looking at her and she's looking around. There's nobody.
So you're watching. So
I'm
you would
watching.
have seen someone.
Yeah,
move
there's
on
nobody
You
there.
would have seen somebody
I
run.
only saw Jackie coming out. So I said, right. I said, well, I've got CCTV cameras at the front.
Ah, right, yeah.
Let's get the CCTV camera on. So we did. And I swear to God, it's like the camera, there's this tiny little blue line in the, you know, in the video. I said, what's that little blue line? And that little blue line, it's like literally 30 seconds deleted.
Just took it out.
In them set right when it happened.
Yeah.
It's like whatever did it, he's took out 30 seconds of that video. Just
And
right there.
so
and I
you
don't
don't
know
see
how
me
it even
going
could
out.
do that. You know, so I don't actually even see Jackie go out.
No.
Do you know, it was so weird. And we've had it where they've opened the front door and it's a 5-lever lock, so he has to go sort of thing, and it's got a bleeper on the door because of the alarm, and
Yeah.
you know,
There's all
Yes, that's-
sorts gone on.
somebody was upstairs, we were walking around, we were sat in the lounge. This is the early days, because when I got to Jackie's a bit spooked about paranormal, I was quite okay with it, because most haunted had been here,
Yeah.
you know, at the house, because they wanted to film stuff and stuff, because there was all sorts going on, you know. And I was trying to get, so Jackie, look, you've got to not panic,
Yeah.
right? When things happen, let me walk you through what to do. So, of course, I've been going through this process with her. We're sat watching TV, and all of a sudden, we pause it. Somebody's walking
There
around
was one-
upstairs.
and he said, is Mike in? And I said, no, he's
I
out.
said, well, who's walking around upstairs?
And I
And she's
said-
listening.
There's nobody in.
So there is. So, of course, it's night, isn't it?
So he gets up and he runs upstairs in the dark. And as he runs upstairs, I run out.
Well, I'm thinking she's behind me. She's down the street, mate. She's gone. She's gone.
There's no way
I'm trying to teach her about how to, you know, don't be afraid of these things. I look behind. There's no sign of her. She's not even in the house. She's down the street. You know, so,
No,
you know,
she's
I
gonna
mean, I
get
just,
someone.
don't bother me, because you can tell, you know, I'm running up there in the dark. Because I've always had this thing about, I just want to grab him. And
Yeah.
something takes over me and I go, you know what I mean? I'm going up there, I'm going after you, sort of thing. I'm going to grab you, you swine. And that's what's going through my mind. So I'm just running up in the dark, thinking she's on my tail.
No, I
No,
was
she
out.
was gone.
I was
She was
out.
like,
If it's going to get anybody, it's going to
you
get
know,
him, not
she was
me.
gone. So we have a cocktail of so many things. So many things. I mean, of course, there are some really, really profound things that have happened here when I woke up at 3 o'clock and she doesn't even wake up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time when I saw light coming through and it was orange and it was hitting, because we leave the curtains open a little bit, don't we? At
Yeah,
night?
at night.
And there was an orange light coming through. When I went to the toilet, came back in, what's that orange light? Because it's casting light onto the wardrobe coming from the window. I thought, well, that's strange, because we don't have and initially I didn't think, because I thought, oh, it's street light. And then I thought, we don't have orange street lights anymore. You know, sodium lighting's gone with the white LED lights now on the street light. So I thought, well, where's that? I'll go and look. I can't see anything. I look down at me and I've got this silhouette in an orange light. I look behind me, I can see my shadow. And I'm looking, I thought, there's nothing here. So what's casting light? Well, I can't see. And then, gone. Light switched off like a light bulb. Just gone.
I saw that the other night.
Yeah.
It was like a white light. And again, it was in the middle of the night. I just come out of the bathroom and all of a sudden I saw this like white light just light up. It kind of, the part
Yeah,
where
right.
he's lying, it just lit up.
Yeah.
And then it lit up again. And I immediately opened the door and there was nothing there. And I got to the window, because it's not far to the window, and there's no cars, no nothing. But the light was directly where he was lying.
Yeah.
And and I thought, well, if it had been a car coming down,
It can't be.
It would have hit.
Can't.
It would have hit the
wall. It
wardrobe.
won't be on me.
It wouldn't be on him.
But it was on me, apparently.
But it was a really intense white light that just went.
And
Boom,
then we have the flashes,
And then boom.
don't we?
yeah.
Flashes indoor. flashes.
Yeah.
Like little storms and things, you know.
Yeah, it's really
It's
weird.
like, what the hell is that? You know?
They've only started recently.
Yeah,
The flashing. It's really weird, and I
But it's
can't
it's
even.
extremely bright. It is
Yeah.
like a lightning bright, you know. That's happened recently, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know. But there's
Well,
always
I heard you
something.
speaking about hearing voices as well.
Oh, God.
Do you hear one as well?
Yeah.
Well,
we had little girls
well,
speaking
when-
there, didn't we, in the
yeah,
kitchen?
well,
Right there next to me, it's like 3 foot away from me.
The thing is, that's how Steve got involved in my case in the early days.
Yeah.
Because
The only way
I
to
was-
cool it down was I had to move in.
Yeah, yeah, he moved in, they moved out. But what I was experiencing was I was of a night. I was and there's only me and my son in the house. And like I say, my son's not into anything like this, so I kind of didn't engage anything. And this particular night, I was lying in bed, and all of a sudden I could hear like a woman's voice whispering, but I couldn't make out what it was. And this was like the start of it, so I'm kind of trying to listen. And then I thought, no, I just dismissed it and let it go.
Talking. Growling.
Talking. I've been woken in the night by something
touched.
squeezing my hand.
Yeah.
And it was a man's hand because it was quite big. But I didn't dare open my eyes. I didn't want to see what was
No,
sat
it's
there.
a cocktail of so many different things. You could say, well, that's that and that's this. You know, paranormal, supernatural, ufological.
The
Yeah, she's a lot
paranormal
better
now,
now. I
it
mean,
doesn't
we
bother me now.
were travelling. We have it in the car. We were travelling in the car and there's somebody talking in the back seat.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like,
can you hear that? I was like, can you hear that?
and it's like, it's like, the
Are
phone's
you,
not
are
on.
you wearing that?
Yeah, but the weird thing is, the radio wasn't on, and he said, "Have you got your phone going?" And I said, "No." I said, "Mine's switched off, and yours is switched off because we've just come out of the radio station."
So we were, of course, we felt dead silent. We felt dead silent, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're listening to this
But
conversation.
you
going
can't
on.
hear what's being
So
said.
what's being said? It's like, it's like, what's the words?
Yeah, it
We
was a
can hear
woman.
him in the back seat, of course. And so
Yeah,
what
it's
the
really
hell
weird.
is that?